Commander Zethkar's mandibles clicked nervously as he watched the human approach the quantum core housing. The massive crystalline structure hummed with barely contained energy, its surface etched with warnings in 17 different galactic languages. Each inscription bore the same message: Impervious containment system, authorized personnel only, lethal force automated. Dr. Chen, Zethkar's translator, crackled. Perhaps we should wait for the specialized extraction team from Rigel Station. They have the proper equipment. Sarah Chen turned toward the Catherian commander, her dark eyes reflecting the pulsing blue light of the core. Commander, with respect, that team won't arrive for another 6 standard days. Your ship's life support is failing, and you've got 300 souls aboard. She gestured toward the massive engine. This beauty is what's keeping your atmospheric processors running. But she's overheating because someone routed the plasma conduits through the primary cooling matrix. Zethkar's chitinous frame shuddered. The human spoke as if the engine were a living creature, not the most sophisticated piece of Catherian engineering ever constructed. The manufacturer's specifications clearly state that only certified technicians with grade 7 neural interfaces can safely... Neural interfaces. Sarah laughed, a sound that somehow carried both warmth and confidence. You know what humans call those? Training wheels. She approached the containment housing where holographic warning symbols flared to life around her. The automated defense systems began their standard deterrent sequence, a low harmonic vibration designed to trigger the flight response in most species. Sarah simply rolled her shoulders and kept walking. Dr. Chen, the quantum resonance field alone should be, Chief Engineer Vexthol began, his voice trembling through his environmental suit's speakers. Should be what? Uncomfortable. Sarah reached the base of the housing, where access panels lay sealed behind molecular locks that required precise harmonic frequencies to open. She crouched down and pressed her ear against the metal. Your problem isn't the core itself, listen. The aliens strained their various auditory organs but heard only the standard operational hum. There, Sarah said, pointing to a section of the housing. Hear that slight discord in the third harmonic? Someone's been doing maintenance with Zentari tools instead of Catherian ones. The molecular harmonics are all wrong. Your seals are degrading. Without warning, she placed her palms flat against the access panel. The molecular lock began cycling through its security sequence, scanning for authorized neural patterns and finding none. After 30 seconds, it should have triggered a level 5 containment alert. Instead, something unprecedented happened. The lock simply opened. Impossible, breathed Vexthol. The bio-neural authentication requires... It requires understanding, Sarah interrupted, her hands already moving to the next panel. Your locks aren't really security systems. They're communication protocols. The engine wants to be fixed, but it needs to know you understand what you're doing. She spoke to the machine as she worked, her voice taking on an almost musical quality. Easy there, sweetheart. I know it hurts. Let's take a look at what they've done to you. Panel after panel opened under her touch. The aliens watched in stunned silence as the human bypassed security systems that had been designed by the finest Catherian minds, using nothing but intuition and what appeared to be casual conversation with the machinery. Dr. Chen, Zethkar managed. How are you? Your people think too much, Sarah said, reaching deep into the engine's core structure. Warning lights bathed her in crimson as she touched components that should have been lethal to handle. You analyze, you calculate, you build redundancies for your redundancies. But sometimes, she grasped something inside the housing. Sometimes you just need to listen. With a sharp tug, she extracted a crystalline component the size of a dinner plate. It pulsed with unstable energy and several aliens instinctively stepped back. Zentari frequency modulator, Sarah announced, holding the alien device aloft. Whoever installed this didn't understand that Catherian quantum cores operate on emotional harmonics, not pure mathematical ones. This thing has been slowly poisoning your engine's empathic matrix. She tossed the component aside and reached back into the core. Now, where did they put the original? Her tongue stuck out slightly as she concentrated, feeling around inside machinery that could have vaporized her instantly. Ah, there you are. The moment she connected the proper Catherian modulator, the engine song changed. The harsh, grinding harmonics smoothed into something that sounded almost like contentment. Throughout the ship, life support systems hummed back to optimal performance. Sarah stood and brushed off her hands, grinning at the assembled aliens. Good as new, though you might want to have a talk with whoever authorized that modification. Your engine has feelings, and that Zentari tech was giving her nightmares. Commander Zethkar stared at the human who had just performed the impossible. Dr. Chen, our most advanced engineers couldn't access those systems without overthinking it, Sarah finished. Look, Commander, I've worked with engines all my life. Earth engines, Martian fusion cores, even some vegan antimatter plants. The secret isn't in the technology. It's in understanding that everything has a spirit, even machines. Especially machines. She patted the housing affectionately. Your people built this beauty to last forever, but they forgot to teach anyone how to listen to her, humans. She shrugged. We've been talking to our machines since we first picked up a wrench. We have to. Most of our tech is held together with hope and stubbornness anyway. As the aliens processed this revelation, Sarah was already heading toward the exit. Oh, and Commander, next time you need engine work done, maybe don't trust the label that says impervious. In my experience, nothing's impervious to the right combination of knowledge, respect, and sheer human cussedness. Behind her, the quantum core purred like a contented cat, its crystalline heart beating steady and strong once more. The Catherians looked at each other with new understanding. Perhaps there was more to learn from these humans than they had initially believed. Perhaps the greatest technology wasn't in the complexity of the systems, but in the wisdom to know when to set complexity aside and simply listen. And perhaps, just perhaps, impervious was really just another word for hasn't met the right human yet.